Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Team Down TV presentation. Tonight we have a very special event for you. We are teaming up with SummonersSociety.com, and we're going to bring you the ARAM party. That's 1,000 members ARAM party tonight, Friday night. So go grab your drinks, relax, and chill out and watch some of these ARAMs. Now, because we've teamed up with Summoners Society tonight, I'm going to have a very special guest with me. I have Dinosaurs as my co-caster.
Thank you, Manus. It's a pleasure to finally get to be able to work with you boys tonight. I have watched quite a few of your casts, and I must say I was definitely impressed and wanting to work with you, so it is a very big opportunity for us. And as you mentioned, you know, 1,000 members of Summoner Society, so if you aren't part of that and are watching, make sure you go sign up on Facebook and join us. That is SummonersSociety.com on Facebook, and you should be able to find the group through that. If not, there will be a link posted into the chat box later tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll spam that around, and thank you so much, Dinosaurs. You make me blush, buddy. All right, so make sure you do head over to Facebook, you like that page, you check out SummonersSociety.com, and we're going to be doing some of these ARAMs, and we are already into the random picks, and you can see some pretty cool teams. We've got tonight, Bishi is my dad versus the BKs. Is that right, Dinosaurs?
Yes, that is correct, my friend. Bishi is my dad on the left team of the blue team versus the BKs on the red or purple team, depending if you play with colorblind or not.
Now, that's contrary to the names that we have up in the stream. So it's not Powerpuff Girls versus Clan 29, but I'd like to mention Powerpuff Girls is probably the best name for an ARAM that I can actually think of. So, sorry, it's Summoners-Society.com is the website. I was saying Summoners-Society.com. But there'll be links spammed around in chat, so make sure you check it out. All right, so we've already got these guys lined up over for the blue team, which is Bishi is my dad. We've got Diana, Tristana, and Aurelia, Darius, and Oriana. What about over there on purple side, Dinosaurs?
On the BK team, we do have Rengar, Kale, Yorick, Jana, and Twisted Fate.
Wow, so that's a pretty pokey team from the BKs. Twisted Fate, Jana, they're pretty pokey champions, as opposed to over there on Bishi is my dad. The only poke they really have is a bit of Diana and I think it was Oriana, was it, Dinosaurs?
Yes, that would be correct. Oriana very good at harassing with both spells, and of course her auto attacks thanks to her passive, stacking up that extra damage with each and every attack on set a target. And yeah, as you were saying, you know, very good poke comp coming out for the BKs at the moment compared to the all-in sort of team that Bishi has.
Now, I've been doing a lot of research. I've been playing ARAMs actually non-stop. I haven't played a normal game for quite a while. So I've really done my research about this, and I think the strategy, this is my opinion, of course. It could be completely wrong. It probably will be. The guys over on Bishi is my dad, they're going to have to pretty much dive, and they have got a pretty good dive composition. Diana can dive in. Darius, he can get in there, throw around a few hooks, and just drop them bleeds everywhere, as well as Aurelia's stun. And all it's going to take is for Oriana to put her ball on one of the champions and go in there and get a good shockwave command. And that could be the end for the BKs. But Yorick, I think Yorick is also a really strong ARAM champion, Dinosaurs.
Yeah, Yorick very, very strong in ARAM, but you know, you can't count Jana out either. She may be supporting, you know, Summoner's Rift and everything else, but in ARAM she's an absolute terror. Those tornadoes chunking heroes for, you know, half to a quarter of their health with a fully charged one. But yeah, as you were saying, you know, the Oriana ult is definitely going to be key here for the Bishi guys, you know, dropping it on top of an Aurelia or a Diana as they charge into the Oriana shockwave, followed up by, you know, the Darius comprehend. That's easily going to be able to catch, you know, 2 or 3 members out of position and pull them back even further, making it hard to get back. I think if Kale and Yorick can land a good, you know, synergized ult, so Kale, you know, ulting, say, TF, and then Yorick ulting Kale, that's really going to sort of cancel out this all-in aggression that, you know, that the Bishi are bringing.
Very true. Now, I forgot to mention in my intro and throughout the stream so far that the Performance Gaming are supplying the right points for this one. The prizes are, I believe, $10 right points. Is that right, Dinosaurs?
I do believe $10 right points per player on the winning team, so...
That's pretty good. And Timo hats, I hear there's some Timo hats going around there. Von Angel might be able to give us a hand with that. She is in chat. She's the one organising all this and helping us out with the summersociety.com there. Joining up with Team Down TV. It's an unstoppable force, I reckon. We've got a bit of Malphite action going on here. So, Pentakill Yorick, by far the most irritating skin for me, as I am a musician. And I can tell you that basses don't have 3 strings, Dinosaurs.
Well, I'm glad someone knows a bit more about music than myself, as I do enjoy a bit of music, but sadly I'm no musician myself. And we do see the TPA Oriana coming out, so there we go, that brand new TPA Season 2 World Finalist skin finally being shown in the light.
Also, like to note that you're also annoys me about the Pentakill Yorick is that he's wearing a hat which I guess is a reference to Slash. Now, Slash is from Guns N' Roses, for you who don't know, and he wears a hat just like that. He doesn't play bass. So Yorick skin is wrong on so many levels. But let's get into this game. I like the Nightblade Aurelia skin, to be honest. I think that's probably her best skin. The old Jack of Hearts Twisted Fate, as well as Judgment Kale. Now, we should be too far off getting into this game. A few gold borders there, so a few guys that do play a fair bit of ranked Dinosaurs I don't really recognise. I guess Bishi is the only one I can recognise because Bishi is my dad is the team name. So looks like he is father to all 4 of his children on his team.
Indeed. So hopefully we'll see some top tier godlike players coming out from Bishi. You know, the father sort of has to set the bar so the children can hopefully exceed his expectations and eventually break the record that he currently holds as the father. But just looking over the summer spells at the moment, we see 3 ignites coming out for the BKs and only 1 flash. Whereas you look at the top team for Bishi, there's 4 flashes and pretty much all barriers. So not really a lot of mobility for the BKs. But so if they get caught out, it could be a lot of trouble.
Flash barrier, pretty much the standard kind of summoners you would go. You got the heals every now and then, but ignites I don't see so much. I think it could be a good strat, a bit more damage for the guys down there on BK. Like I said, they're barriers for everyone pretty much, except for Kale.
Yeah, so Kale running Ignite Exhaust, she's clearly going to be a major threat in these team fights. So she's going to be able to double lock out a set target. So she can exhaust, stun, and then drop the Ignite too, just sort of force her back and out of the fight. And then she has the ultimate to sort of fall back on and heal. So she's not really going to have to be worried too much about getting caught out. If she does, she can just sort of throw the ult on and troll all her way back home.
Alright, the calculators have spooled up and they have loaded League of Legends. We're hopefully going to be in there very soon. You were saying Bishi, you're hoping to see some big plays from Bishi. I guess he's going to be the guy that they're sort of going for. And to be a big player, I mean, who better than Diana? She's one of my favourite champions. I feel she's pretty strong right now, especially with the meta. ARAMs as well, she's very good. The burst that she can do. Now, you can play Diana a few different ways. You can go attack speed Diana or all-out AP Diana. Now, what are you thinking, Dino? What do you reckon we're going to see?
I think we'll see a pretty heavy AP start. Like, we'll probably see something rushed like a Blasting Ward, and then maybe we can see 2 or 3 different paths here. We might see a Death Cap rush, or maybe the Abyssal Scepter, but they're not really that AP or they are actually. They do have a bit of AP on BKs, but I don't think we'll see the Abyssal Rush. It'll probably either be a Death Cap or something like a Relies or something utility-based for her to sort of get that snowball rolling.
Now, this is an ARAM, so our prediction on builds could be 100% wrong. I've seen some crazy builds as well. One of the biggest ticket items, I believe, for an ARAM is a Runic Bulwark. That item with its aura, everybody's within range of it all the time. It provides so much protection for your team, and it's, in my opinion, is essential, Dino.
Indeed, it is. Hopefully, we'll see one picked up by Darius here, as he's sort of the person you'd expect it on. But we might see a full tank Tristana coming out. So, but yeah, definitely Darius probably going to be able to pick that up. And then maybe for BK, someone like Yorick or even Rengar should pick it up.
Yeah, Jana might get one as well. So, I'd say she'd go more AP.
Sorry, as you were saying, that a big engage here is the upper hand does go down, catches Yorick out. Diana picking up the first blood, so all 5 members getting an assist there. So well played there by the Darius, just catching that overextended Yorick. And as I said earlier, that no flash really starting to hurt him early off.
Very true. He couldn't get out of there. The first blood to, I believe it was Bishi's dad. Yeah, Bishi is my dad. Diana sitting in the brush, poking away. Good job by the team to jump on that one and get themselves a first blood. The assists on all members. I think everyone got assists except Diana, so I'm unlucky for her. So what were we talking about? We were just talking about general builds, weren't we? You've got Yorick, he's gone pretty standard, got himself 10. There we go. Inside goes Diana. She gets a lot of damage from Rengar. The burst is going down. A nice hook down from Darius. Wow, Rengar's falling so low. Force a flash and barrier out. But TF gets a kill onto Darius there and just poking away. There's a nice pickup for BK.
Yeah, as you were saying, very good poke comp, as we said at the start, and you start slowly starting to see it work here. Diana, Darius, and Aurelia were all token low before that, and wow, a good gold card down on top of the Westie on Aurelia as he does go down to that Janna OP tornado.
There we go. 2 OP. There was a nice stun from Twisted Fate, though. I guess, I believe it was Darius is poking... Sorry, it was Aurelia was just a little bit too far ahead of the tower and too close to TF. Got himself a nice kill. Now, by far, Yorick has to be the most irritating champion as in ARAM, that's for sure. He just regen up with one of his ghouls. I believe it's his E. And as we see him go in, he does get stunned, slowed down, pulled in by Darius. He's going to take a lot of damage from the tower, and Aurelia picks that one up. Now, the Rengar's in a bit of trouble. He's getting minion blocked hardcore, and he falls to Tristana. They're going to keep going down on this one. A nice tornado from Janna does stop that one, and they're going to be going away with that one with just 2 kills.
Yeah, well played there. Darius, of course, catching him out again with the upper hand. He's doing really well with his upper hand tonight. I think he's 3 from 3, and all 3 have resulted in a kill or heavy damage going down the opposing team. So he must be feeling pretty good about himself at the moment.
I really like Tristana as a champion as well for an ARAM. I think she's got a good kit for it. A little bit of AoE, but she can just go in and burst champions down so hard. Even AP or AD, it doesn't matter. This one's going to be going AD, which makes sense with her lineup. There's a lot of AP on her side. She's got Diana and Oriana, so you need to mix it up. You can't go all AP or you can't go all AD. And if that seems like if you end up with champions like that, you could be in a bit of strife because all it's going to take is for the enemy team to either stop... Oh man, and Diana's falling very low. She barrier baits out that one. Rengar does get the kill, but he's going to fall to the tower in the middle there to Oriana.
Yeah, had she have actually used the barrier or flash during that, she might have survived. You know, that view shield, but just getting up, just keeping her up in time for the ghoul, and then of course the Rengar net keeping up. Janna's tornado is doing so much damage early on too. As you see, she's maxing that first, really looking for that hardcore poke.
Poke is where it's at for the guys over there on BK. Aurelia diving in though, she takes a lot of damage and eventually falls to Kale. And it looks like, yeah, Bishis are going to be pretty low right now. The advantage for BK.
Yeah, BK really starting to you know, snowball this in their favour. You know, Yorick not exactly having the best of starts. He's already given up 2 deaths, but you can see his team really making up for it. Kale, you know, using exhaust, or I wouldn't say blowing, using exhaust on top of the Aurelia there as she was caught out of position, picking up the kill. So now when she goes back, she's really going to be sitting pretty. And Tristana, though, I would like to point out Tristana, 25 CS already.
CS does matter. She's going to be a very late game orientated champion as being an ADC, I guess. You kind of want her to get the most CS. Although it's not a really big goal on an ARAM to get yourself CS, it's more about control. And Diana dives in, gets a nice knock up on all those guys there. And wow, a huge grab from Darius and the ultimate shockwave command from Oriana does pick up the kill. This could be a possible, and it is an ace, complete ace for BK. Sorry, Bishi is my dad.
Yeah, Diana really knowing that she could go in there, she went in there, baited them out as they came back for her, and then the Oriana shockwave going on top, Darius upper hand going on top, and then the Oriana shockwave on top of that. Just so much damage coming out, and Bishi going to try and suicide here. Will Janna get there in time? And yes, she will. So she will pick up the kill on Diana, but the tower will fall.
It will just fall, but it looks like the BK can engage on this one. A nice ultimate from Janna does knock back Aurelia, but she's falling so low. Kale ultimate, saving her with just a little bit of health. Aurelia picking up the kill on that one. Yorick taking down Aurelia in the process. Darius now, no matter, throws out the barrier, getting slowed from Yorick. Now Tristana is in a lot of trouble. Yorick is falling very low. Wow, a couple of maybe 20, 30 health left on Yorick for that one. Rengar does go into the tower range. Will he get the stun off? There's a nice stun and gone.
Yeah, so there we go. Pretty much the counter ace there coming out for BK as they did retaliate very, very well. The Janna ult knocking back Aurelia as she does get caught out. In the meantime, though, the tower is dropping low. However, Bishi picking up a double kill there. Aurelia chasing down with Transcendent Blades. Will she get it? No, Kale just survives, and they're going to have to disengage there. But a good double kill there by Bishi, and his tower will stay.
Well, so that's it. The tower is up. They have the advantage now. 3 kills ahead for Bishi is my dad. A little bit of gold there. I'm not sure how gold really weighs into this. This is the first ARAM I've ever casted, by the way. And I'd also like to mention as well, TF's name is amazing. His name is The Moustache.
The Moustache. Someone you definitely wouldn't want to get on the bad side of.
A Moustache, sorry.
So, yes, as you were saying, such an amazing name. So I have seen quite a few amazing names coming out from the Australian community recently. Can't actually think of any off the top of my head, but I remember I was actually commentating on 2 of them last time I was casting together with a friend of mine. So, you know, hopefully we get to see a few more names coming out throughout this tournament. A Moustache definitely taking the cake at the moment. And here we go, Grovezilla coming in, but nothing, they're just going to have to disengage.
Yeah, good amount of disengage actually from Bishi as my dad. Kale can slow him down, get a bit of a TF stun as well as Yorick slow. And even Janna's Tornado, I gotta say that right, I keep saying Yana, I apologise. There's a lot of disengage from Bishi as my dad, so hopefully they can use that to their advantage, especially with Darius going to be going in pretty much ham. You can see now Orianna has used the command protect on top of Diana, and she's looking to possibly dive in, and that way, you know, you can do the wombo combo. Diana dive in, does a knock up, Oriana's command shockwave, and then Darius pull him in. I don't think that BKs are going to fall for that again, though.
No, I don't think they're going to be so easily caught out next time. Kale sort of needs to sit back at the moment, sort of hanging back and waiting for that shockwave to go down and the upper hand, so she sit back and just let it pump out that damage. She hasn't got many items at the moment, but she still has a big damage. And here we go, the engage goes in, Diana dive on top of the shockwave, Darius upper hand, the dunk goes down, Aurelia picking up a double kill, the ghost is on Rengar, the dunk number 2 does go down, Tristana with the buster shot picking up Rengar is Darius, and now they're diving down for this TF. TF will go down finally. Cookie Ninja picking up that kill. So ace for 0. Will Sarcastic manage to even the tide? No, he will go down. So it is a 5-0 ace, and this tier 2 tower looking very, very vulnerable at the moment.
Just as I say, they won't fall for that again. They fall for it again. They got the Diana knocked in, go in and knocking up, as well as command shockwave. And execute for Orianna, they will get away. Not for Aurelia though, no execute for her. Darius, he is also going to suicide. Time for them to go back and buy some items. And some of them having only just died, like Tristana's only died once, so she'd be sitting on a fair bit of gold. And looks like they're going to chase him down. Tristana's going to desperately try and escape. She pops out the barrier. Yorick is taking the tower right now. Kale in the middle there doing a ton of damage. Janna a little bit out of position though. This could be the end for Tristana. She does get slowed ignite on top of her. Kale picking up the kill. Now Diana in the middle of all 5 members of Bishi is my dad, and there goes the tower as well. Yorick is so slow. Wow, Rengar jumping straight on top of Orianna.
Yeah, Orianna does go down. Aurelia, though, here she comes. They're coming back with this counter-attack. Aurelia diving on top of Kale. Darius getting on top of Rengar. Rengar will go down. And now Kale, can Darius get the upper hand? No, he's got another 10 seconds left. But Kale will turn around and sacrifice herself. So double kill coming out for Cookie Ninja on that Orianna. And Diana chasing very hard. Whoosh. I don't think she'll dive this, but it is a Lichbane TF, so she's going to poke him down. But here we go. This tier 2 tower is about a third left, and Kale is still down, so this tower is going to take a lot of damage here. They may even be able to push it down.
John actually shielding that one, stopping a little bit of damage coming in, but definitely right now Bishi is my dad on the back foot. Orianna's very low, as well as Diana. Command protect will probably help out a little bit. We might see another dive in from Diana. She does have her ultimate. Orianna does have her ultimate up, so you could see another team fight very soon, but all members of BK are pretty high health, Dino.
Indeed they are. So BK, they are going to push back here. They don't really have too many ults other than the Kale Yorick ult to synergize. I don't really see the Giant ult helping too much in team fight. Same with the Twisted Fate. We might see a Expeke later on in the game, but at the moment it's not really doing too much. Rengar hopefully going to get a good thrill to hunt off and assassinate one of those high priority targets in Diana or Tristana. So, but until then, we're going to see a poke battle backwards and forth until one team makes a mistake, I think.
Very true. Now, let's talk a little bit about the builds. Got a fair bit of magic resist over on Ishi as my dad. Negatron Cloak onto Diana. She hasn't gone back and bought for a little while. I'm guessing Abyssal Skull will be her next buy. Aurelia, though, going in onto Yorick. Doesn't get the stun off. Rengar jumping in, only getting one member in that command shockwave. Rengar is so low right now. No one's really doing anything. Pretty much ignoring him. Shut down onto the Diana as well. And now both members of BK are in amongst that turret. Darius is going to go face-to-face with them. Does pick up the kill from Yorick. TF does go down as well. Jana and Kale at the back, though, looking to execute these two. Very low right now.
Yeah, that was a really, really good team fight there for the BKs. They did sort of bait up that Orion ult, only catching out Rengar. Wow, good tornado there from Jana. She picks up the kill on Darius and leaving Aurelia on about 100 health, so she's really not going to be able to do much at this tower. I think she's just going to have to suicide. There we go, there goes Tornado. So Jana 2 from 2 in those tornadoes, picking up those 2 kills. Bishi coming in though, he's going to catch them out with the shockwave. Exhaust is not enough, and Kale will fall.
Alright, Diana just poking back and forth on TF. That was a good pickup by Diana to get the kill onto Kale. Rengar jumping out of the bushes straight onto Diana. Command Protect is going to help her out a little bit. TF at the back there poking away, and Yorick being that irritating pain in the butt that he is. Rengar jumping in and taking a bit of poke from the tower. Next team fight is definitely going to go in favour. Sarcastic actually dying. Jumping in tower range there and dying to Oriana.
Yeah, good plays there from Tristana. Just sort of bait that out to get Rengar to sort of overextend. Here we go, the Tristana jump. She does get the E off, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to slowly walk away. Darius does not have upper hand, but now he does. Will they get the speed up? He doesn't have flash, but here we go. The speed up comes down. The upper hand does go down. The shockwave on top of it. Diana, the Kale ult though, landing on TF. TF picks up the kill on Oriana. He is kiting around. Will he be able to get away? Darius picking up the kill though on TF. He will not escape. Aurelia going balls deep under this tower. Darius finally goes down. The Yorick ult does go down on top of himself though. A double kill for Yorick. Kale still chasing with under 10 health. Finally goes down to Bishi with a good Q there. Now she's going on top of Jana. Jana getting dove on top of. Now Tristana. Will she do it? Tristana will get the kill, but here comes Rengar. It's a triple kill for Diana. Will they get it? Diana with a good juke flash. Here comes Rengar. He does get one kill. Can he get the second one? And I don't think Bishi's going to survive. Barry does come out. Double kill for Rengar.
What a huge team fight. That flash from Diana was amazing. Juked Rengar just a little bit longer. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to keep her alive. Some good kiting from TF allowed Darius to take a lot of damage and eventually fall. It was just great plays from both teams. It was a very even fight as well.
Yeah, as you said, an amazing use of Bishi's flash right there. Unfortunately, the champion is Rengar and does get that passive leap out of the bushes. Any other champion, I think he probably would have succeeded in getting that kill. But yeah, just unfortunate there as they do manage to trade sort of evenly there. Diana picking up a triple kill, Rengar picking up a double, but Diana now walking back in the lane with an Abyssal Scepter, a Seeker's Arm Guard, and a Giant's Belt.
Yeah, it's a bit very tanky there. Darius actually picking up the Aegis of Legion. I'm guessing he's going to build that into a Runic Bulwark. The guys now, I'm assuming that Diana's going to be looking at getting herself the Zhonya's Hourglass. That's such a really good item on her. I believe it's pretty much core item, in my opinion, on Diana. She can dive in, get all of her spells off, get the burst down, and pop that Zhonya's when she gets fairly low. It sort of disorientates the enemy team. They're like, oh, what do I do now? You know, who do I focus now that no one's in my range? And the rest of your team can just wail down. Zhonya's, in my opinion, is one of the best items in the entire game. It's just flat out a great item. It can be only for APs, obviously. I mean, I've seen people...
I don't know. I must admit, rushing his Zhonya's on Ezreal. Gotta love that.
APS rule's a thing, and it's a good thing sometimes. Poking back and forth between teams now. I reckon Bishi's going to be looking at getting it engaged pretty soon, Dino.
Yeah, definitely the tide is sort of in their favour at the moment. You know, as this is an ARAM, we can't really talk much about the gold difference, but you can see the kills slowly stacking up towards them and the tower damage. So both towers just sort of under halfway. You know, Bishies have done a bit more damage to the BK's tower, but here we go. BK are now counter pushing. They do have a really good push comp thanks to all that poke, and yeah, just the health rate's being controlled here by the BKs too. It seems like Bishi wants to fight on their terms under their tower, so they don't have, you know, enough room to escape from.
Ultimates are all up for Bishi. There's a few barriers still on cooldown, but most of the flashes are around. There's a heal there as well for Orianna. Diana going in on top of Rengar. Rengar a little bit too tanky for her to burst down. He's got himself an Executioner's Calling, a Brutalizer. He's a fairly tanky. He's the only one I think in the entire game who doesn't have... Oh no, Tristana doesn't have tier 2 boots either, so... That'll probably be his next item, get himself some boots, go a little bit tankier, try and get a little bit more AD out there.
Indeed, yeah, it is ARAM though, so boots aren't exactly 100% necessary as an item. Oh, and here we go, the engage does go down. Diana does go balls deep. The shockwave comes down, instantly killing TF. Jana with a good ult trying to disengage. Kale ult does go down as well, but TF will drop. He is not going to escape. Rengar goes down as well. Diana falling to Kale. Aurelia picking up a double kill on Kale and Yorick, and now they're going to chase down this Jana. Jana shielding the tower, throwing at the tornado, trying to slow them down, but this tower is not, you know, long for this world, and Darius with a good upper hand, he catches out Jana. He doesn't have his dunk up, but Aurelia is going to chase, follow it up. So Tristana picking up the kill though, so well played there by Bishi, you know, sacrificing one for an ace there, and in return they pick up the tier 2 tower and the inhibitor.
That was a huge shockwave from Orianna. It actually connected with all 5 members of BK. They could not do a thing. TF got burst down so quick that he is actually in trouble. Ignite though going down onto Darius. Twisted Fate also taking a lot of damage right now. Orianna using that command protect, sorry. The word I'm looking for is command dissonance. Slow down and get a bit of disengage on top of that one. Tristana though going face to face with Yorick. Back and forth, Yorick picking up himself some of that health. Now, what do you think about the ward coverage, Dino?
Oh, I think the ward coverage is absolutely marvellous, especially in this top left corner here. You know, letting us see into that broken bridge down there that was broken in the previous war of the Queen. So, yeah, the Freylord. So some decent ward coverage at the moment coming out from both teams. So I'm glad to see it. And here we go. Bishi is going to start an engage here, but no, he's not going to be able to land a Q. So just ignore that.
Yeah, ward's too strong in ARAMs, that's for sure. It's like jungle mid in an ARAM, too strong.
Exactly. Where are those Poro snacks? I want to see some Poros getting fatty and evil.
I don't think anyone got any Poro snacks this game. I think it's just a random thing, is that right?
No, it is actually your support tree. If you expect your support tree in an ARAM and you get the biscuit mastery, you actually get a Poro snack as well in the game, which you can feed to the Poros. And if I think if it's all 10 players feed the same Poro, it changes to like a sort of dark Poro where the color, if it turns black, it has red eyes. But I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Well, I've not heard that, so you know, I'm learning something every time. Now, while we're in this lull, for the guys who are watching who don't know or have never played an ARAM, hopefully I can get this in before. It looks like it's going to be another team fight. There we go. Diana does face check the brush. Rengar jumps on top of her. So much damage going down. Where is the command shockwave? Jana throws out the ultimate. Rengar falling very low. Yorick is gone. There's a command shockwave onto the remaining 4 members of BK, and they're just falling one by one. Tristana is going down. Twisted Fate falling very low, but a huge hook from Darius does take it down. There's another ace for Bishies.
Yeah, and that should pretty much be the game. It's a perfect ace. 20 seconds left on the clock for here. So it looks like Bishi is my dad. Will be advancing into the next round against the BKs. Unfortunately, not being able to cinch the victory as the all-in engage and wombo combo team, I used to call it, for the Bishi, is just proving too strong at the end of the day.
Bishi is my dad. They're definitely my dad. That was some really great play. They got some good champions. They were dive champions. They used them excellently. So well done to Bishi is my dad for that one. Now, I believe we're going to cut to a bit of music now, guys, and we'll set up the next game, so please stay tuned as Summoner Society and Team Down TV, we have teamed up for this ARAM tournament to celebrate the 1,000 members ARAM party. Stay in touch. Whatever.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is a pleasure to be back. So this match is now underway. It will be the Poro Puff Girls versus OBM.